enough. This is how to build your stems in Logic Pro. I'm going to be showing you shortcuts to build your stems that the pros don't want you to know. Alright, so I'm going to be doing a very quick stem for praise, like you all requested. And so one of the first things in creating praise is you need to have a particular time, like I've already said, a particular signature you want to work with. If it's your normal Afro praise, your 4/4, and most times, the kind of praise you might want to work on should be around 130. That's if it's high praise, 130, 135, 136, 138. If it's that fast, 140. Alright, so real quick, first thing you need to do, you get your loop. So it now depends on the kind of loop you want to use. So now let's go for a loop. Now we have so let's get to praise loop. And I'm picking, no, I'm not picking any of this. So let me go back here. Now I'm picking this one. Let me look for this. Good. I'm picking this one. And alright, so my loop actually comes with, especially if you're a Logic user, it comes with the tempo information already, as you can see. So it already switched back 138. You can see now it reflected 138 on it. Talking about loops, I have a template. Yes, I have a template where you have all these loops. Now let me just quickly open that template before we continue. You can see. So let me do that. Let me save this to, let me say praise stem. Save it as a folder. If you save it as a package, you might not know, you might not have access to the audios, or you might not know where they are. Or save it as a folder instead, so you can have access to the audio files. Any audio file you save and sample you use, you have access to it. So now look at, this is what my performance loop looks like. You can see how it is. Now I want to play this. See how I seamlessly will increase this volume, this tempo rather. On the normal, this is not even possible on Logic Pro. If you have your loop, I'll go back and do that with that loop, and you see what happens when I increase the tempo. A lot of glitch happen, but now you can see that even while increasing tempo, it doesn't affect the loop. The loop just keep syncing to the tempo. You can have, and you can switch to another loop immediately. So let's go. Now drop your tempo. Drop your tempo again. So now we are back to our stem, and this is what the loop sounds like. Now for those of you that watched the time I was trying to increase the tempo in my templates, now look at what happens if I increase tempo. Just watch. You can see that glitch. Now let me reduce the tempo. You can see that glitch. Now that is not possible with my template. My template makes it seamless for you to do, increase your tempo and all that. So first thing to do, if you have a loop that is in a particular tempo and you want to reduce the tempo, you want to increase the tempo, put the actual tempo of the audio file or the audio loop first. Then 2, you come to this. Let me do it again. I did it in my previous video and I'll do it here. You come here to this track. You can see here. You click it and turn on your flex to speed. Now this will enable you to reduce the tempo or increase the tempo, and it doesn't affect the wavelength of the file. It just remains static. The only thing it responds to is the particular tempo you have fixed. Right? So now I can have this play on 135. You can see that. Good. So now let's work with 138 as it is. Now we have this. So let me make this like this. Now we're going to do this on the key of F sharp. First thing I will say you should do, it's not compulsory. If you like, do it. If you like, don't do it. That's your business. But first thing I will recommend you do is create a drone pad. Now, talking about drone pads, I have drone and playable pads. So let me get this on contact. It works for contact 7 and contact 8. Now I'll show you how it works. So this is my drone pad. Now this is what the interface looks like, right? So you can control 10 different pads and they are playable. So you see how it works. The product is in the description, so you can get it. It's also on seller. I'm dropping the link also for that. So now first thing you do is create a drone pad. So I have my drone pad. Let's say I want to use this. No, let me set it to the way I want. So I'm dropping this. So now what I want to do is I open my piano roll. Opening your piano roll, you all you need to press is P. Sometimes you can open it through like pressing E, but P is preferable for piano roll. So now on the key of F sharp, I can use my pencil and do this. So what I created is this chord, right? And I drag it to the level at which I want it. I think this is stopping here, so I drag it down here to where it ends. Yes, and I can just do a little low cut. Yeah, that was not little sharp, but you can work with that. So come here and turn it to a wave track. You can just name it drone pad, turn it to wave track. Now I just deleted it. I just deleted the actual part because I will not be needing it for now. So this is what it sounds like. Now let's pick a song. Let's say I want to do this song. Let's say hallelujah, no go finish for my mouth. So the progression is 1, 5, 4, 5. So right. So let's say we want to do an intro and to lead to the song. So let's just create something ASAP. So 1, 2, 3, go. Now let's say we are stopping here. Good. So let's take out this part. So what I did was I just came here, use the scissors tool and cut that out. Go back to your pointer. Now this is the intro. Now one of the things I will tell you guys is make sure you have a marker to help you identify how the song would be. Right, so now this is how to create your marker. This is what I open. You see where my cursor is. So come here, create a marker by clicking this plus. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You create another marker now here. You create another marker here. So this is the counting. And this is where the intro comes in. So you name it intro. So this is where the song comes in now. You create another one and name it. You can name it let's say the chorus. Yes, and that is how you can continue doing it. So now we are done. We have highlighted the actual idea of the song. Next thing, you get your polysynth. Now I'm going to be using Mani's polysynth. You can get this polysynth in his template, his Logic template, right? So this is what his polysynth sound like. So you can send him a DM. I think he has the link. I don't know if he has the link in his bio, but send him a DM and get this polysynth. It's awesome. This is what it sounds like. So the intro can come in 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, sorry. So I need to fix that because I was a little bit. I panicked when I wanted to play this. I didn't even have anything in my head. So yeah, so that's it. So let's go 1, 2, 3, go. So let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, go. So now I can take out this piano because I played nonsense. So I have this as my polysynth. Now, next thing you should do is, now mind you, I'm going to be using less than 10 sounds in this stem. So just watch out. Next thing, you get, this is Mani's ocarina. This ocarina is also in the Logic template. You can also get that from him. Get that template too. It's very important. It will ease a lot of stress you go through as a producer. Now, you can also want to name this. So counting, come to color and click, and you've colored this, or you can click any kind of color you want. And the color helps you to identify it easily. You can see that it is precise now. So now this ocarina is not supposed to come in this intro because it doesn't have any role. You should know where these sounds are supposed to fall in. So now it's supposed to come in the chorus now. Let's go. So you see where it falls in. This should not be happening here because it's not going to make sense. Now let's get a bell. So let's search for sweet bells. So sweet bell is a Logic stock plugin. Yeah. So what I just have to do is you need to learn how to tweak your sounds to how you want it to sound like. You can see that I had to reduce the delay. Now let's play this intro with this bell now. So let me sorry. So let's go again. So let's see. I don't know. I'm not quantizing this. Let me just leave it real time. So let me quantize this bell. Take this to 1/16. Yeah, done. So it depends on how you want your bell to work. You can want your bell to happen during your chorus, or you can want it to just happen only when you are doing syncopations. Now, let's try to put this bell in choruses and see what's happening. So let me just pan this slightly to the left. Let me say yes, 25. Now you can see how I play this bell. It doesn't have to be just everywhere. It just has to be, quiet before your song will be sounding like Christmas song. So next thing. So the next thing, I think I love brass a lot. So let's get a brass in synths. Shout out to Jurex. Jurex is in Jurex is in the house. Oh, yeah, synths is here.
Nobody go cut up.
My brass has one. I love the brass. I love brass a lot. I'm going to say now they did this thing. So now we have our brass. So I'm going to be using modern shake and pop shake all together. Brass has this beauty it brings to arrangement and syncopations. Now why I'm using the pop shake is because of this. Now the role of this brass is finished. You can maybe just want to be adding up a little in between. But you cannot be doing so much with it. It just has to come in and breathe in and breathe out. Now how many sounds do we have? Now I'm going to play the drums and guitar and bass guitar. Probably, yeah, I might not use the guitar, but then even though I use the guitar, I will include it as sounds from the stem. All the sound I'll be using today will not be more than 10, aside the drums and bass. Now we have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Next thing, I don't know how it is in your own in your software, but for Logic, this is Logic 11.2. So I'm going to be opening studio strings because I want to get staccato from my strings. Now this is what I do. I come here, come to volume, look for any of these string singer, writer, or string ensemble, anyone, then come to this articulation and change it to staccato. Now this is what it sounds like. Right? So now this is not supposed to happen in the intro. Good. So this is where it's supposed to happen. Now you can name this, and you can run to quantize. I don't know what it sounds like. Let's see. So you can also want to use a pad. So let's look for analog pad now. Sorry, let me delete this. Let's look for a pad called analog waves in Logic. You can still use my pad. If I talk about my pad, some of you say I'm over talking. So let me give you guys another. But this is not even up to. It's not even up to the standard of my pads. It's never up to. You guys know what I'm giving you. Shalagabaya. So let's yeah. So one reason why I'm choosing this pad is because it has a little brightness. Yeah, so you just have to play the chords. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. Now the drum pad is loud, so the drum pad has to be just quiet. This is not worship song. The essence of the drum pad is just to feeling, just be there, kind of, just give it one kind of ambience. It's not like it's really necessary. So for me, I used to add some some effects to, like the sweep and impact and stuff. So let me pick any of my sweeps here. Where do I find this? Yes, so let me pick this one. Now the essence of this is to it happens. You are putting it because you want to make it a precise signal for every transition that comes in, right? So you have it like in the intro, before the intro comes in, you have it before the chorus comes in, you understand, or before the next song. So this is what it sounds like. 1, 2, 1, 2. You understand? So how many sounds are these? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Good. Now let me pick one synth. So one, two, 1, 2. So let me reduce the delay coming from this analog part, and also reduce the volume a bit. So how many sounds do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's leave it here. So now let me put my drums and put my bass guitar, and you will hear how it's supposed to sound in performances. Have a good drummer, so that let not be that my kid's drum is sounding better than your drummer. So what did I just play now? Trash. So now let's go again. So all I have to do is just quantize this drum. So I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, one bar. Yeah, this works. Now I might want to take this out because I want to use less than 10 sounds. I might want to take this out and put this instead because of the kind of intro. So I have this sound that needs to spell this intro out because of the energy of the intro. So let's come. I go to pick out my hits. So now the hits. So this is what it sounds like. 1, 2. Okay, so it's not supposed to happen here. It's supposed to happen in bang, bang. Now. So let's quantize this. Now you have your hits. So now let's say we have used like 10 already. So let me take this out. Let me assume that this is not here, so that it can be 9. So now let's put the bass guitar, which is not part of the tracks. It's just for live performance purpose. So let's use this. So now let me increase this polysynth and this brass. So now let me add my keys, like a keys player. Now let's say you have a keys player now that is playing live with you guys. Now this is what it should sound like. So now let's do this with the keys. So 1, 2. I messed up again. So let's go. I think there's something I need to take out, which is the brass somewhere. Yes, this is it. I've given some of you intro already. You see, God is wonderful. So let's go. So now, as your praise leader for tonight, you just your praise leader say, "Come on, everybody, give the Lord a shout!" You as the producer, you are going. So let's go. You now do calling.